Hello, class. My name is Priscilla Fiala, and I'm your statistics professor for this term. I thought I would put a quick video, at least I'm going to try to be quick, in how to, for the new students or the ones who need a little refresher, in how to get to Blackboard and how do you post to your requirements, so far and so on. The first thing is if you do not have UIW Cardinal apps, you're going to be using that. Go to the UIW website, uiw.edu. Go right here on the menu, click on Quick Links, which I had open before. Here you go, and click on Cardinal Apps. If you have not accessed this before, it's going to ask you for a username and a password. Your username should be everything that comes before the @ sign. Therefore, for example, my email is pfiala@uiwtech.edu. So my username, it would be pfiala only. And then put your password that you have set up before. If you have not set up your password or you have any problems getting here, call 210-829-2721. That's the help desk number, and they're open 24/7, and they should be able to assist you. Okay, so once you are in, let's just not save that. Once you're in the Cardinal apps, you're gonna notice a lot of more things here, and the reason because besides being a faculty member for about 9 years now, I've been a student, I've been an administrator in a combined time of about 20 years. So that's why you will see other things here you're not gonna have on your account. To access your class, you're gonna need Blackboard. Blackboard. If for whatever reason it's not here, just go in the search and type Blackboard. And if you have access, then it's gonna find it for you. Okay, mine is already here. Okay. Another thing, if you do not have Excel, Word, PowerPoint, all that, you can get that for free as a UIW student. So go to Office 365, and it should have give you access to most of the Microsoft Office products such as Outlook, OneDrive, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, so far so on. Okay, so that's a good thing to have it, since we all know usually we need to buy that when buying a computer. Banner web self-service. That's when, for example, you would access your degree works, where you can see a copy of your degree plan, your advisor information, so far so on. I'm not going to be spending time with that. If you need me to show you that, I'll be glad to do it. So just send me an email and I will record a video. For our purpose, we're going to be using Blackboard. So click on Blackboard. It's going to take you, let me see. Well, you already logged me in because I logged before. Okay, but otherwise it'd be the same thing. It's going to ask for your username, which comes before the @ and your password that you have set up for UIW. Okay, right here on top, it should have your name. Okay, and I have modified a little bit the view. This usually you're gonna find it over here, your courses. As you can see, I can just, when it turns into this little cross, I hold the mouse button, the left button, and then I move it over here. I can move it over here. I can move it down, so far so on. In case you do not see anything, make sure that this is open. Do you see the arrow going to the right? Make sure the arrow goes down and it will show you everything you need. Um, Again, you can modify, you can, um, let me see what else we can do here. Yeah, this, if you click over here, is just to move it. Okay, the little black thing over here, you open and close the window. So once you find your course, which is going to be this one right here for summer one, you're going to click on it and it's going to take you to your course. Another thing that I want to make sure is that a lot of things you see here, this is an instructor view. If you would be on a student view, as of right now, this is what you have. You would have the home page, which shows you a summary of things that are due, your announcements. That's a very important place to check things. If you want a specific, go to announcements. You click over here. And this is the only announcement I posted so far that we're going to begin classes on Monday, May 4th. You can see your course outline in book right here. This is your it's called the Common Course Outline. So if you click, it's going to open. Please note that the Common Course Outline has that name because it's not a customized outline in syllabus. It's just what is expected from us, and it has very important information. However, most of the courses, this information might change. For example, for week one, right here is telling us, I'll make it a little bit bigger for you. It's telling us that we're just going to cover chapter one. However, I really want to cover chapter one and two. They all uh, come handy. Also, why would I do that? Because when it comes to the midterm and the final exam, I want you to have more time to complete it. I usually give you the full week, and by combining this, I'm able to adjust enough to give you that full week. Okay, so please go ahead and read through this. It answers a lot of things. The book that we're going to be using over here is an open source book. Um, then how we're going to be calculating all this, if you notice, your discussion participation is 50%, 15% of your final grade. Your problem sets, your homework, 20%. Your research paper is going to be 15%, even though I'll be splitting in three. So it's going to be 5% each. Your midterm is 25%, and your final examination is 25%. What does this mean? Why percentage? This is how it's going to work. So we have 8 weeks in a term. So each week you can earn 100 points, a maximum of 100 points on discussion times 8. So that would be 800 points. But really, we're just going to be doing 100 in the end times the 15%. So the maximum you can earn for discussion is 15 points out of 15 possible. That is going to add up for the 100. So why did I put 800? Because in the end, if out of 800 points you only have earned 735, I'm still going to divide it by 8 weeks, which is going to be a 91.875, and I'm going to multiply that by 15%, which means from the 15 points you're really going to have 13.78 or 13.8, or if I round up, 14. Okay, so this portion right here would be 13.78. On your final exam, for example, your final exam is worth 100 points. Let's say that you earn an 82. I'm multiplying 82 by the 25%. So you would be earning 20 points. So 20 points over here, 20 and a half, let's say 21, plus the 14 right here. Okay, plus it was actually 13.8. So out of the discussion and the final exam, you would have a total of 34 points. And I guess the rest, like the problems, homework, you're going to have about 6. The reason I do not assign homework during the midterm and the final exam. So 6, so would be a total of 600 points. Let's say you earn 500 points, but I'm still divided by 6 because I assigned 6 homework, 83 times the 20% over here. So you would have 16.66 or 16.67 out of this 20. So I hope this looks very confusing, but I actually have developed a spreadsheet that has all this information to help you. And then at the end, you're going to be looking here for your grade. For the equivalence of the UIW grading scale, let me see what else. Right here, you're gonna find the rubrics for your research project. If you wonder why you haven't earned above a 90, or if you have earned anything below a 70, this is what I'm gonna be using to grade. That means 50% is the content weight, 30% the clarity, and then 20% the grammatical accuracy. That is very important. Before you submit anything to your professor, you should always proofread your work. Discussion, quality and substance of your answer, up to 34%. Right here, organization 33%, and professionalism 33%, and about 100. So if you wonder to get 100% of this possible percentage, right here, initial post shows the strong explanations to demonstrate knowledge of the concepts in application. Postings are well developed, provide clear evidence of critical thinking. Questions of observations consistently adapt in substance to the discussion with new ideas. If you reply to a discussion question that I agree what he or she said, most likely you're not going to be in this category. Then it would be your post is missing, does not utilize ideas presented. Um, Questions, observation may also be missing or be superficial and add no value to the ongoing discussion. So this is the rubrics that you want to be reviewing. On ground class, right now all classes are being offered online, so you would still stick to that rubrics. Okay. What else? This is just something that we need to submit, the AIEs. I would strongly uh, recommend for you to read this. Plagiarism is something very serious. That means when you copy someone else's work without giving them the credit for it or citing them, that can cost your degree, which, or first, you will cost your class because you most likely get a failing grade, and if continues, then you most likely cost your degree. So I would definitely take a look at that. Okay, so your book, if you click over here, it's going to take you to the site. This is your book. You can still loading. So in order to make this faster every time you need to load it, click the right button of your mouse, but it's still loading. See how it doesn't give me the option to save as? So let's just wait until this is completed. Here you go. Now you can either go here to download it, but what I like doing is click the right button, save as, and then you save to your computer. So let me just say it's right here. Let's see, textbook. You can rename it whatever you want. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. So next time you're gonna go to open your book, you just go to your desktop and then you open the book. Okay, I have added this here. The reason is I do not recommend, I neither recommend nor advise you to use a calculator. On this class, I'm going to be teaching you how to actually calculate things and not just put in a calculator and get the answer. That, that would not be, you'll not be learning. You just be copying results, okay? So I have added a few things for Excel, quick start, and I have added a video in how to be calculating averages, median, and many other formulas or features or functions, should I say. Okay, so the other thing, you would see my contact information. There we go. You can go here. There's my email, my phone number. Um, Emails are always better because I can go ahead and give you a detailed written explanation rather than just calling me. And then if I'm not available, I just want to make sure that I get all the answers that I can to you. I have added a new content right here, Excel, which goes back to the video that I said I cover, showing a few formulas, few functions, and also right here some of the basics. Okay. I also include a video for how to add in, because when you go to Excel, if some of the functions are not gonna be, I'm still opening. Um, okay, here we go. Let me move it here. Let's just do a new one. Right here, if you go to your data, if you do not have the data analysis or the solver here, that's where the add-in feature is going to come in. So you're going to go in File. Let me see if I remember Options. There you go. Add-ins. Right here on the bottom, Excel add-ins. I'm not going to do it because I already have it. Do Go. Don't do just OK. Just do Go and then OK, and then you should be able to see this. It's gonna actually ask you to which ones you wanna add in. Make sure you put at least the data analysis and solver, correlation, descriptive statistics. This is for 3371, 3371. This 3370 course. There's several things here that it's gonna be helpful. Okay. Just quickly on that one, you have instructions over here to how to do that. The weekly lessons right now is not viewable to students, but that's the one I'm going to show you under my access because I'm going to be making it available next week. Plagiarism checker is just if a professor needs to run your work against, if they believe that they've seen that material before, um, they can go ahead and use this feature right here. And it tells you where's the percentage that has been copied and where it was copied from. Email. If you need to email your classmates, if you need to select a user, this would be the place. For your grades, if you click in my grades, right here, it will show once I grade a requirement, it's gonna show you here the result. Uh, I'm still working on these dates. I'm still updating them once again. Okay, but it should always show that the maximum points for each requirement it's 100, and then it's gonna show how much you earn it. Okay, and then it's gonna show you should show you a total. Here is if you just want to degrade it, what is upcoming, and what it has been submitted. Okay, and library resource for students. Here you go. You have lots of information here. Feel free to go through it. You can always email for assistance. Okay. Let's go back then. Let me get out of this view. I'm gonna make available week 1 so I can show you how to submit. This is what I did for week 1. I have put it here uh, what you require for the week. This is just showing that we're going to be covering chapter 1 and 2. This is what you're going to be seeing. Okay. Read the syllabus outline. Like as I mentioned, you're going to be reading chapter 1 and 2. I'm not expecting for you to read every word, but I do expect for you to go over the main topics and at least look at the problems. Usually that's a great way to start. You're going to reply to the question posted for the week, the discussion question. I asked for 3 meaningful comments each week. The first is going to be by Wednesday. The first reply by Wednesday. And then the other 2, you can reply by Sunday. So again, you're going to first reply to the question that I posed for the week. And the other 2 comments will usually to be to a fellow classmate in the discussion. If you're just thanking your classmates for further clarification, It's not gonna count for grading. If you just say I agree with what you said, is also not gonna count. Remember, go back to the rubrics to see how you would be expected to be graded on your discussion. Go ahead, click on week one, which is not available to you as of right now. And it's going to take you always, usually, should I say, to four topics. Week one discussion, assessments, class notes, and media links. Week one discussion is where we're going to be putting the discussion question and several other things that I might find interesting for the week. Okay, so for example, welcome to our introductions. Right here, I have put my introduction and I said, please take a minute to introduce yourself and welcome your classmates. The way you do it to reply to me or to a classmate, you just click on reply and then you go right here and then you type your reply, hello, and submit. Okay. Once you do that, I'm able to see what time, when did you submit that, and this thread is not graded. So I just expect that you post to, give us an idea, especially today with everything that is going on. How are you dealing with it? What are you doing to adapt to the current situation? We would love to hear. If you have a picture of your pet, of your family, acceptable picture, should I say, go ahead and post it here as well. We would love to see that. Okay, so you can click OK here or just click the back button. I'd rather you click OK just in case. Right here, week one discussion. That's the one that you're expected to post 3 replies per week. Every week, you'll be presented with a discussion question. As we don't have the luxury to do face-to-face, we use this thread to share our knowledge ideas. A minimum of 3 meaningful replies, meaningful replies that provides depth, knowledge, understanding of the subject are expected to be posted in the discussion thread per week. First reply is always due by Wednesdays to give enough time for your classmates to exchange ideas with you. When I mean knowledge ideas, if you knew the subject, you wouldn't be here learning. So that's not what I mean by that. It's what you understand by it. Have you heard about this subject before? What can you add? What is interesting? What you don't like about it? What do you like about it? Share with us. Okay, so right here, I added 2 videos that you're going to be watching, quite interesting, basically telling that um, my goal in this class is to enable each of you to discover that statistics is a crucial tool in your daily life. Everything you do, basically a choice, the probability of, a percentage, agree, don't agree, based on information, on data, everything is statistics. You're gonna be amazed by you do that all the time, and you just had no idea the difference is that right here we're gonna be calculating, using formulas to get to those numbers. Okay, so the way you would reply, same thing, go right here, reply, and just type your reply. If you're not able to see any bigger, you can grab it here and make it bigger, or you can simply click over here and make it a full screen. And once you're done, click over here again and then make sure. What I suggest you is if there's a problem with your internet or it goes down or anything, you're gonna lose everything you type. So what I would suggest you is to go ahead and open Microsoft Word and type everything in Microsoft Word. And then once you finish, there you go. Once you finish typing, oh, I guess I can type your reply. Make sure to copy and paste in Blackboard. Microsoft Word will also help you to proofread. Let's proofread your work. There we go. So proofread, click the right button. There you go, proofread. And it's going to give you suggestions when it finds the sentence are not necessarily accurate. However, it's up to you to change it or not. Okay, so then when I finish here, I would just go here, select this. I do a lot of the right button on the mouse, copy, go here, paste, voila, and then submit. We just stop and then submit. There you go. Okay, go do it. Okay, make sure you read everything else. Every week you're gonna be expected to find an article. Every week you're expected to research an article that relates to the material covering for the week. Another thing, if this ever disappears over here, all you need to do is to find that little arrow and open again. Okay. So, for example, we are covering right here sampling in data collection, sample variations, basic tabular methods. Excuse me. However, I have added, there you go, chapter 2, which is, I believe, descriptive. Let me see. Yeah, grid descriptive statistics. Just an article that I really like that is called Lies, Dim Lies in Statistics. It's argue whether was really Mark Twain. That's not my point. It's just right here. Wikipedia, big no. Can uh, anyone is able to edit any information on Wikipedia. First of all, let me do like a last year um, article or information. Let me see, 1 month ago. Let me see if I can find Forbes. Okay, that's a good one. Lies then lies to this is the bad mat lurking many portfolios. So what you would do, you would just read this article and then you would share with us what do you think would be very interesting. So what I can do, I highlight this. I'm gonna do Control C. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna click in reply. Let me put the article first. Let me make this bigger. Let me put the link first before something happens. I lose the link. So I would say something to the extent of um, the article lies. You're going to be saying, I believe the article relates to our subject this week as numbers can maybe manipulated to um, fulfill um, someone expectations of data and numbers, blah blah blah. I really did the article um, helped me to understand the subject better and gave me enough um, data to support ideas, blah, blah, blah. You can say whatever. So just make sure that you have read the article, summarize it to us shortly so we know what he's talking about and we don't have to read the whole article. And how do you believe it relates to our subjects? What do you like? What do you don't like? Okay, and then you go ahead and you submit it. And okay, so your graded things this week are the week discussion and the article review. Every week, those are going to be graded. Uh, excuse me, the introductions right here is not going to be graded, but I would love to hear about you. Get to know each one of you a little bit. Okay. One thing is that I don't have my camera on because my computer, uh, I managed to crack right where the camera is. my laptop. I went to grab the laptop and grab it where the camera is. That cracked. So sorry, no cameras. I did include a photo of me, but that's about it. Research paper, as I have mentioned earlier, instead of giving you a big research paper in the end, I'm going to be splitting that in three cases. Case one will be due at the end of week four. Case two will be due at the week six, and case three will be due at the end of week eight, along with the midterm and along with the final exam. Each one is going to be worth 5% instead of the 15%, but when they all being combined, it's going to be you're able to earn a total of 15 points, or like I showed the calculations, 300 points total, 100 for each, divided by 3, times 5% each, 5 points in the end, a total of 15 points. With the exception of case one, that you have 4 weeks, you're going to have a little over 2 weeks to complete each case. The case studies are different. It includes calculations, and okay, this we need to correct this. Might as well I'm here, right? It will include calculations and analysis of data. Okay. You may disregard the deadline for the research paper that is listed in the syllabus. Do okay. And then now I'm gonna have to move this too, but let's not do that right now. Videos and templates. I do post videos for you every week to help you with the homework. Uh, the videos are a guidance. It's not for you just to copy and what I'm doing and submit it. It's for you to understand the material. So I try to answer as many questions when I'm solving the problems. I try to answer as many questions that usually comes up. I tell you here, if you email me, you don't receive a reply in a timely manner, make sure that you send it to me again. That means I did not receive it. Okay, let's go do it okay on this. Anyway, you're gonna be looking at all the FAQs that were answered. I have posted a link here. I would advise you to go ahead and try it. One address is okay, where if you go back to your weekly lessons in week one, remember we have four topics over here. Week one assessments, that's where you're going to be submitting your homework. Right here is going to tell you what is your homework. How do I submit my homework? Once you finish your homework, you have type everything in Excel or what you choose. I do not accept PDF. So if you do use Word, you're going to have to list every calculation. Right here, it's going to tell you the due date. It's going to tell you how many points, and it's going to remind you what you need to submit. So you can either write submission, which is not usually acceptable, or it's going to take you too long. So go ahead and look for your file. It's going to accept. But go out and see how right here you add it, and then you would submit it. I'm not going to submit because it's a very large file because it's your textbook. So let me cancel this, but that's how you submit your homework. Then let's now go back to the other links. Let me go back to weekly lessons, and then let's go back to week one. You don't have to, it's because I canceled and it took a while to get out. If you go on week one class notes, the same link that I have put on your discussion, some PowerPoint presentations from the book that are really not that helpful, but you can take a look at it, go back, and the most important here also, it's the media links. Media links, that's where I add um, all the videos that I record, MP4. I'm helping you with the homework, and this is the actual Excel template that I use. Look at these are all videos, and these are the templates that I developed myself to follow along. Or same here, tons of videos, and I have add some additional YouTube videos if you want to go ahead and take a look at it. And that's how you would be completing everything. If there is a midterm, you would read midterm. I would also make sure to include on the assessments link. Any homework or any paper or anything is always going to be under assessment. Okay, so make sure you always check that. And then the main thing, also, the first thing is to go ahead and go to your discussion week so you can reply to the discussion question for the week. And that's all for today. It's a very long video, but I tried to cover as much as I could. So please go ahead and try a little bit. I'm going to be releasing all this information by no later than next week. So let me know if there are any questions. I do expect to start doing everything on Monday, May 4th. Looking forward to seeing you in class. Thank you.